Hey, this is Mike Cambridge with another Live with Mike, and just thrilled to be with you today. Another day, another topic, and diving in on something. Today, I want to talk about how you can enable your website to sell and why you should enable your website to sell. I'm not just talking e-commerce at all here. I'm talking about the functionality that you have on your website. The days where your website was your business card online or your brochure online, um, pretty much done because people expect more. We've become a consumer, a web-oriented consumer society, and so people are on their computer, they're on their phone, they're navigating, and they're used to using things that have interactions. Social media has caused this because you're used to apps, and apps you can do things with. You can scroll, you can click, you can see blow ups, you can comment, all those kind of features. And so that's kind of translated over to the website. So people are more comfortable doing those kind of things. They expect tools and features. And again, they've dove into the online world, and so they're used to doing some of that. People are doing more and more research online. So if your website is not set up to sell, help you sell, then that's a gap that you need to take a look at. So I want to talk about a number of key areas that can enable your website to sell on its own. And again, not just talking that you need to add e-commerce. I'm not talking about that final transaction because maybe you have a high ticket item. And it's somewhere along the way, somebody's not going to just put a credit card in for the $7,000 item, whatever that is. Okay, but you can enable your website to sell even that type of thing. So let's talk about that a little bit and talk about from the angle of products and services. Number one is content marketing. I think that content marketing can enable your site to sell because with content marketing, you have content out there that that basically I'm recommending solves problems. So it's if people are searching for, how do I improve this? How do I do this? How do I solve this? And your product services would solve that, then you wouldn't be having content out there that is basically, exactly that, answering that. That's the title. How do you do XYZ with 1, 2, 3? And that is your title. That's your content on that. So the more you're doing that, if you're getting a post out a week, 4 a month, 6 a month, then over the course of time, you have this kind of library being built up online of solutions that you offer, and and again, those stay there. And so 9 months from now, somebody has a question on X that you wrote about last week. They may be finding that one then, and coming over to read that, and they got those 6 steps you've outlined there, and then you have your call to action at the bottom, which says, hey, for help implementing this, or for further to discuss this further, contact us, and boom, they go over there. So that's number one. Make your website sell by having content marketing there, where you're outlining all kinds of resources and answers to questions, common questions that people would have that ultimately can lead to you. Second thing is to have allow them to with the product arena, allow them to customize things themselves. And again, e-commerce, yes, maybe this is the whatever it is, it's the shirt. And do they want the blue one with polka dots, or do they want the red solid one? Whatever, those kind of things, making those selections. That's e-commerce, direct to consumer. But what we do and specialize in is kind of the B2B realm. So taking that and allowing that to be for those bigger pieces. You got a house, and somebody says, I want a 1-story, I want a 2-story, boom, boom, boom. You make those selections. Okay, I want some brick exterior. I want some tan siding, and now I want to see that in gray. Boom, boom, boom. Making those choices. I want to see the roof in shingles or metal. I want to see shutters, no shutters. I want to see a porch, those type of things. Boom, boom, boom. If you can allow those to have, selections that they can make a home customizer, which we've done, then you're giving people the ability that's selling online, because you're allowing them to spend time customizing their house, customizing their kitchen, customizing their potential boat online by taking a look at all different features, making selections on those pieces. That's what I'm talking about enabling your website to sell online, is by giving people um, all the things that they would want to talk to a representative about, but are not, because it's 10 o'clock at night and they're laying in bed with their phone, but they're still doing this. And so you're enabling them to kind of go through that process of making decisions to narrow down their choices. You're keeping them on your site, you're keeping them involved, engaged, and interested by the features you are offering. And that is doing the selling, because it's like going into a showroom. um, let's just say it is a boat dealership and a car dealership. Most people have been into a car dealership. They got cars inside, right? And sales rep's going to take you around, and okay, this one's got this feature and this one's got this feature. Now these two are the same, but obviously they're different colors. Which of these colors do you like? All those kind of things that you might walk around in a showroom to do, you want to enable them to do online by selecting those key features. So again, um, this is e-commerce, business to consumer. That's easy, but also you should be thinking about this for B2B, as again, customizing homes, kitchens, if landscapers, the pool area in the backyard, or the pergola. Yes, this color, this size of pergola, that color. We're doing railings, rail fences. We're doing different types of trailers. You can do RVs. You can do all those kind of pieces to enable someone. You need to have the features there so that they're customized, that that they get that sense of I'm building, I'm making selections, I'm making this mine. So when they come down to it, they have a blueprint, and they've spent whatever it is, 10 minutes, I don't know, kind of going through the options on your site and enable that. So have that kind of we call it a product builder type piece, where that enables the site to do the selling. Okay. um, a third area that's kind of related to that, but it's not necessarily the individual product builder, but it's the filtering and comparisons. So again, maybe you've got 10 products, you've got 60 products, whatever that is, but allowing them to see some things side by side. Again, you're trying to give them some tools, some features to dig in and make selections, so they can set up. Okay, yeah, I want this one, but I want to see also this second one because it's a little larger. I want to see this third one because it's a different color. I want to see this fourth one because it has a special feature. And you put those up in the comparison feature, and they can see those side by side, kind of go through the specs, the features, maybe see some different images of those all side by side. That is enabling a site to sell. So a comparison, the filtering, those kind of features, multiple products side by side is a great way to enable your site to sell. Again, so the goal is, they have found you. We want to keep them there, and we want to allow them to go deeper and get some decisions made for themselves with your products right there. So we're keeping them in your showroom on your website and allowing them to go through these features and make selections. All right. So that's and again, think of that as a way. Maybe you offer multiple different types of shows. I'm thinking of some type of venue, and you have 3 shows running concurrently. They can choose from the different ones, and there's 2 upcoming, and so you have comparisons, those features out there. You make it easy to see what it's about, all those kind of things. And so now let's switch to the maybe your service business, right? So it's not necessarily a physical product, but it's maybe it's intellectual property, that kind of thing. So take a consulting business, for instance. We did a tool for a consulting business that was it was a business IQ assessment. All right, so it was going to help you determine a number of things about your business and kind of where you rated on these things. So whether it was a strength, it was a area where you could grow in, or it was an area where you definitely could use help. And so basically a short survey, right? So you have 10 questions. Each question had a maybe a 1 through 5 kind of option, strongly disagree to strongly agree on that continuous spectrum. Okay. And then each of those uh, individual decisions, if you put a 3 on one, you put a 5 on another, each of those corresponded to kind of a behind the scenes tally system that was saying, if you scored this on this, that equals X, and basically a formula pulls in that at the end, when they have done each of those questions, they're scored on those, it gives a result, and then that result gives them X results. And there's 10 different options that came up with, hey, based on your results, your business is at this level, so it looks like you could use help in the marketing area, but your accounting area is strong and efficient, whatever that is. But basically, that was a tool that we put together for a service business that was allowing people to do something themselves, time on site, insightful thing, give them something so they could see, okay, this is kind of what consulting with this company could do, because it's going to give me information about X, Y, and Z, and I can see, yeah, that kind of resonates with me based on these results. I know that that is an area of strength, and that this area is an area of growth for us. And this identified that it's right on. I think I'm going to follow up with these guys. Okay, so that's the type of tool. What do you have on your site that is sticky and that allows someone to dig in, go deeper, make decisions? Okay, so again, recapping this: content marketing, where you solve questions through your content, through blog posts. Okay, then there's kind of like that, build a product. Then there is filtering and comparison tools, so they can see things side by side and go deeper within those, and make selections. Oh, this one has this one doesn't have this one does have this. And the last area then is, if you are a service business, what are some kind of interactive tools to give them a taste, give them some results, the indication that can be helpful to them, but also show what you can do with your services to help them. Okay, give them some feedback on those pieces. So you want to get them there. Content marketing can help you do that. Then you want them to stay there, and you want to have some call to actions, and you want the site to do the selling, to allow them to go through a number of pieces to narrow some things down on their own. So when they get done, they're like, yeah, I want to contact these guys because this is the one I want. I've customized that. All right. So that's what I want to cover today. Take a look at your website, scan through it a little bit, and see, what kind of features do I have? Am I solving problems, and am I narrowing things down so that people are seeing things and want to stay there, and they can make decisions based on the tools that are there? Is it helping increase the time on site that they're spending? Okay, those are keys. Make your site sell. You need help with those kind of things, contact our team, and we'd be glad to follow up. All right, this was Mike with another Live with Mike. Over and out. Take care. Have a great